Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers will practically build themselves. Hello, folks. It's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome to today's show. Today, well, we've got one that I've been wanting to do for several months, and I was hoping to do it like around the 1st of April because of springtime and Easter and all that kind of cool stuff. Unfortunately, Mother Nature did not cooperate this year, but we're finally getting around to finishing this. So first off, one of my wonderful subscribers, name's Mark. We've actually become good friends. He has done so much to help support the channel. He's given me some really cool things, and this book is one of them. This is a book that I don't have. This is an anniversary edition for the Mustang, and as I was looking through it, it's pretty comprehensive. It's not just about, kind of go from the back to the front here. It's not just about pictures of Mustangs. Oh no, it's got history in here. It's got different, the Fox bodies, the Fox 4s. It's got just a grundle of information about Mustangs. And of course, back here in the 60s, my favorites. Oh, I've looked through this book and there's just fabulous information. So, big shout out to Mark, a great support to the channel. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. So today we are going to look at something called the Springtime of Colors. So there was a promotion there was several promotions, but out here in the West, I'm going to talk about the western part of the U.S. right now. Back in 66, 67, 68, the Ford dealers came up with different promotions to try and promote and sell more Mustangs. There was a really nice promotion in Colorado, and there was one for the Western sales offices, the Springtime of Colors. These were kind of, I don't want to say custom colors, but they were colors that weren't usually offered on Mustangs that were all of a sudden offered. And they're kind of rare. They're kind of cool. We've talked about some of them before, those pink colors. And I've got a dusk rose model that I'm working on. But today we're going to specifically talk about a purple Mustang. Purple? Purple? Yes, purple, and it looks gorgeous. So stick with Mad Dog Merv. We're going to touch base on these Springtime of Colors because there's even one, and we're not going to do it today, but soon enough we're going to do one that's Omaha Orange. Does that sound familiar? It's also known as Hemi Orange for the Chrysler guys. Anyway, the Springtime of Colors line, and we're specifically going to look at this purple Mustang.
Here we start with a newspaper clipping from back in 1968. Really cool. Rainbow specials, would you believe? Powerful purple. And that really got my attention right there. But chartreuse, passionate pink, coral. You can see some of them here. And it talks about the new California special that's on display and at Henry S. Day Ford, which was in business for many years here in the Salt Lake area. So apparently there was a 1968 special order paint selector book, and you can see these 14 special colors. Some of them are very similar to other colors in the line, but you see powerful purple there, WT9083, and we'll talk a little bit more about that because this is the one we're focusing on today. We'll focus on some of these other ones in upcoming videos because some of those colors are pretty neat, especially that orange. Okay, so Here are Ditzler PPG numbers, DuPont numbers, Sherwin-Williams numbers, what the paint was called. And so we have Powerful Purple. Yeah, that's a great name for it. But that number, that WT 9083, is also the same color that was used in the Rocky Mountain car insurance Cougars that I did a show on a couple of years ago. That is exactly the same color. How about that? So I wondered if there were any of these cars around, and sure enough, one of the online Mustang magazines shows this one out of Idaho, and it's an original powerful purple Mustang, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this one. So like I said, this car was found in Idaho, and it's getting ready for restoration. It has the optional J-code 230 horsepower 302 4-barrel under the hood. It's got GT side stripes, full wheel covers, parchment interior trim, C4 automatic transmission, and of course the special powerful purple paint. In this picture you can see the white C-stripe very clearly, and the paint, how it's just faded and falling off. You can also see those hubcaps on there as well. Really cool looking car. In this next photo you'll see the door tag and the non-faded original purple special order paint. The VIN number indicates the J code 302, 65A for a two-door hardtop body style, blank paint code indicating a special order paint, the 2U indicating the parchment standard bucket seats, 21C scheduled build date of March 21st, 1968, and 73 the district code, the DSO, of Salt Lake City, with a special order code of 30605, which is a 3-to-1 standard differential. So I wanted to replicate this as best I could, so we're going to use this kit, the 68 Mustang Revell kit. I've reviewed this before. You've seen me do some other things with this kit. It is a great kit. It is a great builder, and it's a good rendition of a 1968 model. So for the paint, I had all those wonderful paint codes, so I had some mixed up at a local automotive shop so that I would have a nice acrylic enamel to spray on here, and it sprayed very well. It looks absolutely beautiful. For the interior, here is what a Mustang parchment interior looks like. So this is what I'm going to go by. I looked this up, one of the Mustang magazines, and or parts houses, I should say, and you can see the color that the parchment is. It's not white, it's parchment. So, and look at the carpet. And this is what I'm going to go by and match these colors the best I can with my model paints. And here's what I came up with. The parchment color actually is Tamiya Dick Tan that I used, sprayed it right over the white plastic. If I spray it over gray or anything else, it's too dark. But just over the white plastic, and it looks good. And here's the assembled interior. Now for all my chrome trim, you guys know that I use the Molotow liquid chrome, and I apply it with a very fine brush. And here is the engine compartment, looking pretty good. Even has some decals to go in there. I did start to build a little solenoid for it because, well, it just needs a solenoid in the engine compartment. Remember, this is one that screws together, so here I've put the interior in, the glass in, and screwed the interior into the body. So you guys have seen me build a bunch of these. I'm not going to go through the entire build, but sufficient to say, most of the chrome that you see on here, the chrome trim pieces, are done with that Molotow liquid chrome. The marker lights are done with either red or with white. I did look at some actual Mustang pictures to add details that are not in the instructions on this particular kit. I gave it the quad exhaust, and for the wheels, all I did was I washed them with some Larry's bath water, and I used the custom wheels that came in the kit, and that toned down the chrome just a little bit. It made the lug nuts pop. I think it did a really good job, and that's again just washing it with a dark black wash. For the antenna, I just used some brass wire and made the base out of some stock sprue, not sprue, sorry, some stock styrene. That's kind of something I tend to put on almost all of my car builds is an antenna. You'll also notice the door locks on this particular one, and those are also done with the brass wire. So yeah, this I like the way it turned out. Didn't want to have it too highly polished. I wanted it more of a factory look as far as the color went. I didn't put license plates on it like I usually do because, well, for one thing, I couldn't find my plates. So, well, thanks for joining us, folks. I hope you really like this particular build. We've got some more great Mustang builds coming up.